morning, student. The last class I discussed the atomic masses, specifically relative atomic mass and the average atomic mass. Then it's the very important concept, not only for this basic concept of chemistry, but also for the entire chemistry. This concept will put you in a solid platform if you understand this concept. This will be connect with, several times I told you, this will be connect with any chapter in chemistry. So that is why this is a very important tools of the chemistry is nothing but the mole concept, and I am putting you guarantee I will make you very confident on these chapters, not all but also on this topic itself. I will make you very simple manner, and I will tell you before that you never study the mole concept like this way. Look at then the mole concept. First of all, I am telling, if I say 1 dozen of pen, immediately you will understand how many pen, my dear? There will be 12 pen. So immediately you will understand, sir, this is a 12 pen. And if I say 1 spar of pen, this is in abroad they will utilize these things also sometimes, 1 spar. 1 spar of pen is nothing but a 22 pen. So that means whenever I am telling 1 dozen of pen, immediately in your mind is coming, sir, 12 pen, you are talking about the 12 pen. Whenever I am telling 1 spar of pen, immediately it will come to your mind, it is, sir, you are talking about the 12 pen. So that means this dozen and spar, what it is signify? It is signify is nothing but we are counting the substance. Likewise, if I say 1 mole will be equals to, immediately it should come into your mind 6.023 into 10 to the power 23, which is expressed by the Avogadro number, which is called as a Avogadro number represented by Na. Likewise, dozen and spar, the mole is nothing but a counting unit. 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 Nothing but a counting unit. So likewise, whenever more number of things will be there, we used to count like which way? 1 dozen, 1 spar. Likewise, whenever more number of things will be there, more number of things will be there, we will count by which one? The mole. Mole is nothing but a counting unit. 1 mole is nothing but how much? 6.023 into 10 to the power 23. Likewise, 1 dozen will be nothing but a 12. By mole, what we will count? By mole, what we will count? We will count atom. We will count atoms. By mole, what we will count? We will count atom, molecules, ions, and fundamental particles. What are the fundamental particles? Fundamental particles is nothing but a electron, proton and neutron. This is called as a fundamental particles. Very simple manner I introduce the mole. Mole is nothing but a counting unit like dozen and spar. By mole, 1 mole is nothing but a 6.023 into 10 to the power 23, which is represented by Na. Some book will be represented by N0. This is nothing but a Avogadro numbers. So now, by mole, what we will count? We will count atoms, molecules, ions and the fundamental particles. What are the fundamental particles? Electron, proton and neutron. So for this counting, we need a 1 counting unit, that is nothing but a mole. 1 mole is nothing but a what? The Avogadro numbers. So that is what you have to understand. Now you look at, if I write down over here itself, 1 mole of hydrogen molecule. 1 mole of hydrogen molecule will be equals to how much? 6.023 into 10 to the power 23 hydrogen molecule will be there. If I write down 1 mole of 1 mole of hydrogen atom. 1 mole of hydrogen atom, 1 mole of hydrogen atom will be equal to how much? 6.023, 6.023 into 10 to the power 23 hydrogen atom will be there. If I say 1 mole of hydrogen ion, 1 mole of hydrogen ion will be equal to how much? 6.023 into 10 to the power 23 hydrogen ion. If I say 1 mole of electron will be equal to how much? 6.023 into 10 to the power 23 of electron. If I say 1 mole of proton will be equal to how much? 6.023 into 10 to the power 23 numbers of proton will be there. That means 1 mole of anything in this world is nothing but a 6.023 into 10 to the power 23, that substance. That is what? So that is what from the mole we are getting this idea. Now suppose I am telling you have a 6.023 into 10 to the power 23 hydrogen molecule is there. Then if I ask you how many moles of hydrogen molecule you have, immediately you will tell, sir, 1 mole of hydrogen molecule is there. How you are getting? Then here itself we are getting the formula. The number of moles is denoted by small n. The small n is nothing but a number of mole. The number of moles will be equals to given number. Given number means whatever the number giving in a problem, that number. Here how many they are giving? 6.023 into 10 to the power 23. So this number divided by Avogadro numbers. Avogadro numbers also same value, 6.023 into 10 to the power 23. This cancel out, you are getting is nothing but a 1. So that means whenever in terms of a number you want to determine the number of moles will be equals to the given number in a problem divided by Avogadro numbers, where n is a given number, n is a given number in problem, given number in problem, given number in problem, given number in problem. This is nothing but a n. So that is why the number of moles will be equals to nothing but a given number which is n by Na. Na is nothing but a Avogadro number. The simplest way you can find out the number of moles. The number of moles, the basic idea of what I told you, whenever you are going to find out the number of moles, how you are going to find out? Easily you are going to find out by the given number in a problem divided by Avogadro number. Mole is essentially is nothing but a counting unit. We used to count the atoms, molecules, ion and fundamental particles. Fundamental particle is nothing but a electron, proton and neutron. These are the thing we used to count by moles, and the mole is nothing but a whatever number they will be given a problem. If you divide it by the Avogadro number, you will get the number of moles, and the number of moles is denoted by small n. So this is the first fundamental thing you have to understand. I hope up to this everybody clear. Now you look at on this concept 2013 one problem came in AIPMT. Let us look at what problem they ask over there. So then if you look at in 2013 that problems. So let us look for that one. Suppose they are giving the problem that in an ozone sample, 18.069 into 10 to the power 24 ozone molecule present, and then they are asking 3 questions. First question, number of moles of ozone, how many present, this. Then second question, total number of oxygen atom, then third question, total number of moles of oxygen atom, atom. These are the 3 questions they ask over here. This is AIPMT 2013 questions. That means whatever learned about the mole up to this, on that what question they are asking? In an ozone sample there was 18.069 into 10 to the power 4 ozone molecules was present, and then they are asking number of moles of ozone, first question. Second question, total number of oxygen atom. Third question, total number of moles of oxygen atom. So then very simply you will get first question answer. First question I am writing the number 1. The number of moles of ozone we used to write down this way. Number of moles of ozone. O3 is nothing but a ozone. Already we know O3 is nothing but a ozone molecules. In one ozone molecule there will be 3 oxygen atom. So then number of moles of ozone will be equals to given number in a problem by Avogadro numbers. So already we know the number of moles is given number in a problem by Avogadro number. So given number how much, my dear? 18.069. 18.069 into 10 to the power 24 divided by Avogadro number 6.023 into 10 to the power 23. Okay na? This things roughly is giving 3 and this things is nothing but a giving 10. You look at this things is giving nothing but a 10. So then you are getting 30 moles of ozone is present, my dear. 30 moles of ozone is present. And now second question, total number of oxygen atom. So then you look at in total number in 30 moles of ozone, how many ozone molecule will be there, my dear? In 1 mole of ozone, the how many molecule will be there? Avogadro numbers of molecule will be there. And then 30 moles of ozone, simple unitary method. 1 mole of ozone contains how many molecules? Avogadro number of molecule, because 1 mole of anything in this world is nothing but Avogadro number of that substance. Then 30 moles of ozone molecule will contain how many molecule? Ozone molecule. 30 Na ozone molecule will be there. Okay na? Now you look at in second question they are asking total number of oxygen atom. So then in 1 ozone molecule how many oxygen atom is there? This is a structure of ozone, my dear. This is a structure of ozone. In 1 ozone molecule if you look at, this is a structure of ozone. In chemical bonding chapter I hope you know how to draw the Lewis dot structure. And then if you look at in 1 mole of ozone how many ozone molecule is there? Avogadro number of ozone molecule is there. 30 mole of ozone molecule, how many will be there? 30 into Avogadro number, simple logic unitary method. And then you look at, they are asking total number of oxygen atom. So then in 1 ozone molecule, how many oxygen atom is there, my dear? 3 oxygen atom is there. So then this many ozone molecule, how many total oxygen will be there? Into 3. So then total oxygen atom will be nothing but how much, my dear? Because in 1 ozone molecule, there are 3 oxygen atom. But in your hand, how many total ozone molecule is there? 30 into Na. So that is why total oxygen atom will be nothing but how much? 30 into Na into 3. You got my point, my dear student? So that is why total oxygen atom will be nothing but a 90 Na. We got these things. Now they are asking total number of moles of oxygen atom. Now the given number is oxygen atom how much? 90 Na. Now the number of moles for the third question. This answer is for the second question. This is the second question answer. This is the first question answer. And now coming for the third questions. Total number of moles of oxygen atom. Third question answer will be how much, my dear? Number of moles of oxygen atom means we will write down these things. Number of moles is represented by small n oxygen atom. Now the total oxygen atom is there how many? 90 Na. So the given number will be nothing but a 90 Na divided by Avogadro numbers. So the Na cancel out. You are getting how much? 90 moles. So that means total number of oxygen atom is there how many? 90 moles. So that is why when they will give you here itself we can make a generalization. When they will give you this number, how many total electron, how many total atom, this type of things, the general formula will be nothing but a what? You will find out number of moles, first your idea is to number of moles into Avogadro number into in one molecules how many is there? In one substance, the number of presence, the number of number of presence. This is a general formula we are getting from over here. When they will give the total number of oxygen atom, total number of any atom, total number of electron, then the general formula how you will get it, number of moles into Avogadro number into in one substance the number of presence. That is what we get it. How many? 30 is a number of moles. We got this is the ozone molecule. This is Avogadro number. In one ozone molecule how many is there? 3. So that is why the general formula is coming. You look at number of moles into Avogadro numbers. They will give the problem later. 4.2 gram of N minus 3 is there. Total how many electron is present? So then the general formula number of moles into Avogadro number into in one substance the number of total how many present. This is nothing but the average, the general formula. This way you will find out. So now this is nothing but the mole concept we are discussing. Now one problem came in AIIMS 2012. Based on this concept, up to this what we discussed, based on that one problem came. Let us look at that problem. So understanding of this one and one problem came in the AIIMS 2012. Let us focus on that problems. So you look at in the problem what they ask like this way, they ask like this way that problem, they ask that how many moles of electron has mass, how many moles of electron has mass of 1 kg. How many moles of electron has a mass of 1 kg. They ask like that. And then to doing these things, what you have to do first, my dear student? First of all, you have to, whatever in algebra, whatever we don't know, we used to take let x, let y, let z, like that anything. I am telling let x mole of electron has mass 1 kg. Already from the mole concept we came to know 1 mole of anything in this world contains Avogadro number of that substance. So x mole of electron means how many total electron? X into Avogadro numbers. Then total electron will be equal to how much? X into Avogadro number, because x mole of electron we consider has a mass of 1 kg. And now the mass of a one electron how much? 9.1 into 10 to the power minus 31 kg. So this many electron mass will be how much? This into 9.1 into 10 to the power minus 31 kg. So that is why the total mass of electron will be nothing but how much? X into Avogadro number into mass of one electron is nothing but a 9.1 into 10 to the power minus 31 kg. This should be equal to how much? 1 kg, because initially in the problem we take x mole of electron has a mass of 1 kg. First we convert x mole of electron means how many number of electron. Then if you multiply it by the mass of one electron, then you will get the total mass of the electron, x mole of electron, and that should be equal to 1 kg, because in the problem itself initially we told x mole of electron has a mass of 1 kg, and from there you will get the value of x. You can calculate by simple calculations. Avogadro numbers you know 6.023 into 10 to the power 23, and then you will get the value of x. So that is nothing but the number of that many number of moles has a mass of 1 kg. So that you understand how this mole concept is coming into the picture. So that means you have to understand very easiest way. I hope this problem is clear to everyone. This type of problem generally they used to ask in AFMC and AIIMS. Then you look at the next thing is nothing but we need to know in terms of a mass how we can find out the number of moles, and in terms of a volume how we can find out the number of moles, and then only the next class we will discuss regarding the molar mass. So now you look at in terms of the mass how you will find out the number of moles. And next class we will discuss regarding the molar mass and few more example that we will proceed towards that. And then if you look at then the number of moles already we know in terms of a number. So number of moles, this small n is nothing but a number of moles in terms of mass. So now the number of moles will be equals to how much? In terms of a mass, number of moles will be equals to given weight by molar mass, where W will be a given weight and mm means molar mass. Molar mass means I will come later in elaborately. The mass of a 1 mole of substance is called as a molar mass. I will come elaborately in a next class. And now the number of moles in terms of a volume, will be equals to given volume by 22.4 liter, or number of moles will be equals to given volume by 22,400 ml. If the volume is ml, then 22,400 ml. If the volume is liter, 22.4 liter. Because at STP, generally this will be applicable for the gases. At STP or NTP, whatever it is, the 1 mole of gas occupy volume is 22.4 liter. What is STP? STP is nothing but a standard temperature pressure, and NTP normal temperature pressure. Standard temperature pressure means 1 bar of pressure will be maintained and the temperature will be 273 Kelvin. Normal temperature pressure means the pressure will be 1 atmospheric pressure, and then you know the relation is nothing but a 1 bar is nothing but a 0.98 atmosphere. So that is why, and that time also temperature 273 K. So both cases at STP or NTP, 1 mole of gas occupy the how much volume? 22.4 liter. If it is ml, how much? 22,400 ml. So that is why the molar volume of gas at STP or NTP will be nothing but how much, my dear? 22.4 liter. 22.4 liter or 22,400 ml. That means 1 mole of gas at STP or NTP occupy how much volume? 22.4 liter. That means as of now we get the 3 formula by combinations. We are getting the 3 formula. What formula? The number of moles, if they give you in terms of a number, where you can write down the here itself you can write down V is a given volume. We can write down over here. V is a given volume in a problem. And now the number of moles in terms of a number, given number by Avogadro number, in terms of a weight, given weight by molar mass, in terms of a volume, given volume by 22.4 liter. So this is the nothing but we make a generalization. The number of moles will be equals to given number by Avogadro number in terms of a number, in terms of a mass, given weight by molar mass, in terms of a volume, given volume by 22.4 liter. And now if they give you the volume in ml, then we will put given volume in ml by 22,400 ml. So this way we used to find out the number of moles, and the number of moles is nothing but the counting unit. We will count what are the things we will count. We will count atoms, molecules, ions and the fundamental particles. The fundamental particles is nothing but a electron, proton, neutron. So these are the things we used to count down, and as well as the number of moles, there are three different ways we used to find out the number of moles: in terms of a number, given number by Avogadro number, in terms of a mass, given weight by molar mass, in terms of a volume specifically for the gases, given volume by 22.4 liter. This way we used to find out the number of moles. I hope this is the concept you understand very clearly. The next class I am going to discuss the molar mass and some related problem over there, and you will get a very consolidated idea over the mole concept and the molar mass. I hope you understand this concept, my dear student. Thank you all.